All right, everyone, let's go ahead and dive on in. So, my name is Elizabeth Gardner. I am a customer success manager here today at ActivePipe. And today's topic for our webinar is going to be introducing a new feature, or I'm not even sure that feature is the right word for it, but you'll see what we're talking about. And so I have a guest with me today. My colleague Alina is joining us, and she is our creative content manager. Welcome, Alina.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Hi, everyone. Excited to be here today and to show you what we have for you.
Yeah. So at this point, real quick, I'm just going to launch a poll to make sure that you can, in fact, hear me talking right now and that you do see my screen. It should be a little slide deck that you're looking at. Awesome. Looks good. Okay, perfect. Thank you, everyone. Always good to double check that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we probably need to do when we are going into talking about our new content library is we kind of need to recap. If you were here last week, you would have seen all of this, but if you weren't here, then we are just going to quickly summarize kind of where we're headed with our product stack and kind of what those new product tiers look like and what they include. And so that's what I'll start with, is just going through our kind of our rebrand, you could say. So right now, our three product tiers are called Send, Auto, and Enterprise. And moving forward, they're going to be similar, but we have renamed them. So very exciting. Bear with us here. But we've renamed them. They'll be Connect, Nurture, and Grow. And what that actually means for you is we're headed more in this direction of trying to be a all-inclusive solution. Our main value to our customers and for our new customers coming in are really looking for a tool that makes their life the easiest it possibly can be, and that they're able to do their email marketing the quickest with the most value. And so when you kind of look at some other email marketing tools like MailChimp, right? They're not going to have your market reports built in. They're not going to have your MLS connected. They're not going to have your CRM connected necessarily. They're not going to have built-in, pre-written, ghost-written real estate content for you. All of that type of stuff that ActivePipe can do, they won't. And so we've realized that this is what more and more people are looking for and what we really see our value in. And so we're leaning into that kind of all-inclusive functionality. And so we are restructuring our product tiers. So like I said, the first product tier is going to be Connect. So if you're a Send user, that will be turning into Connect very soon. And Connect is just kind of our baseline. We give you the ability to build your emails, and it's going to have some of those inclusions in there, like we'll connect you to your MLS and we'll connect to your CRM. But for the most part, Connect is really just designed for one-off engagements, right? It's not really built to engage your audience on an ongoing basis. It's more one-off type emails. Then we move into Nurture. And here's where things start to get much more exciting. If you're currently on the Auto tier, then Nurture is kind of the same level tier there. So what we're doing to improve this is, first of all, your market reports will be included within Nurture. And we're working to actually improve what those market reports look like. So if you're ever feeling snoopy, or if you've ever run into it by accident, you may have noticed when you look in our help center or our knowledge base, and you look for market reports in there, you might see some pictures of some really cool market reports that you might not have seen yourself. Your market reports probably look a little bit different. And the reason that is because our Australian counterparts, where ActivePipe was founded, have some awesome market reports. And in the US, we haven't gotten to that point yet, but that is where we are headed in the next years, to make those much more sophisticated and much more flexible and dynamic so that they're more engaging. So that's something included in Nurture. The other really cool thing included in Nurture, and the focus of today's session, is our content library. So we've had a lot of folks tell us they're really interested in doing drip campaigns and really interested in staying connected with their clients on an ongoing basis. But they get stuck when they actually go to write that content, or they just don't have the time to write that content. Both make a lot of sense. So what we are doing is we have built out a content library. It's exactly what it sounds like. That includes, I think at this point we have maybe 20, if not more, drip campaigns, each of which has 5 or 6 emails within them. And they're targeted at specific groups. So whether that's your past clients or your clients currently in escrow, you name it, we are building campaigns around those particular journeys. So that's also going to be included in ActivePipe Nurture. And then the last tier in our new stack is called Grow. So if you're on the enterprise tier right now, this is synonymous with that. And Grow is pretty much going to include all of that, plus all the really cool machine learning, automated learning type of sophistication that you're accustomed to, and as well as all of our landing pages. So those surveys that ask your clients, what are you looking to do? Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to sell? Are you an upsizer, a downsizer? Those type of things. Those surveys and those landing pages are all included in Grow. All right, so that's kind of the short and sweet, or as short and sweet as I can make it, recap of where our products are headed. And now let's move on to talking about this content library, because I think this is really exciting. And it's one of the biggest projects we've been working on lately with these product tiers. So Alina has been working to build all of these all of these drip campaigns, and you can certainly trust her because Alina has both been in a marketing position at a real estate brokerage and also has been an agent herself. So you can definitely trust her more than me. She knows what she's doing. But I will pass it over to her to give you kind of an overview, and then she's also going to walk you through 2 specific drip campaigns and show you in depth what those kind of look like. So Alina, over to you.
Awesome. Great. Yes. Thank you, Liz. So let me just go ahead and see if I can share my screen with you guys. Uh-oh. Let's see. Uh-oh. I might be having issues with the preferences with Zoom. Let's see, actually. Liz, if I send you over the link, do you think you'll be able to pull that up?
Yes, I actually might have it. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to follow along with you.
Okay, perfect. Great. So once you sign up for the Nurture program, here's the full content library that you'll be able to choose from. And we're always continuing to grow this, add more campaigns for you guys, but you can kind of see here, we've built out some campaigns to address a bunch of different type of personas for your sellers, whether they're looking to upsize, downsize, and one that we'll go into a little bit later that Liz is showing you right now is the escrow process. That's been one of our most popular so far. Since it's really great for just keeping in touch with your clients, educating them on everything that they're going to need to know as they're going through escrow, as they're getting their physical inspections, moving, tips like that, past client follow-ups. Again, an investor journey, keeping in touch with your clients that you think might be looking to invest in an income property soon. We have one of the campaigns built for your corporate team for if they're looking to recruit more agents into the company. all kinds of different campaigns for you guys. So you can kind of see as we go through them here.
Excellent. Should I go up to the escrow campaign?
Yeah, so let's just go, dive right into that one.
Seller?
Yeah, let's do the seller campaign journey. So again, the first email in both of these different campaigns, whether you're doing them to your buyers or sellers, it's just giving them a quick overview of everything that they're going to need to know through the process. So exactly what escrow is, what to expect during their home inspections, the appraisal process, and then eventually removing contingencies. And again, I wanted to point out that all of these emails are totally customizable. So if you ever have your own graphics that you want to drop into there, or you want to edit any of those verbiages, then you have the ability to do that. Let's see the next one. Again, this second one goes just more into exactly what to expect during their physical inspections, what to expect as someone's doing a sewer scope. So just making sure you're keeping your clients fully informed throughout the entire process. And what's really nice about these is this is information that you're going to have to communicate and share with your clients anyway. So to kind of have it an automatic process is super helpful so that you can just focus on managing escrow and paperwork and all that good stuff. So again, as we go through, just giving some packing tips, advice on what to do as they're moving, making sure that they get all their utilities transferred, update their mailing addresses, gather all their important documents, and then eventually congratulating them on closing escrow on their home.
Yeah, so the idea here, again, is kind of to get you 90% of the way, if not further, because we're trying to eliminate that barrier of people not knowing where to get started or just sitting down and taking the time. We'll get you 90% of the way, or like I said, if not further, and then you can tweak and customize if you want to from there. The other thing worth noting, I don't know if Alina, if you mentioned this, but for everyone's sake, when we deploy these into your accounts, they will rebrand themselves. So right now you're seeing our like demo account, right? Newtown Realty is our fake branding, but in your account, they'll turn into your brand colors and your brand fonts and all of that stuff. So that does take care of itself. So you don't have to worry about changing out logos or anything like that. Okay, Alina, what is the next one?
Yeah, let's go through the past client follow-up. So this one we built because something I've always heard throughout my entire career is agents complaining a lot about losing out on listings because they failed to stay in touch with someone that they had sold a house to a couple years or months prior. So this campaign is really nice. It does that automatically for you. So you can schedule it maybe after a month after they've moved into their home. You send them a quick email. And we have some pre-built articles with tips to share with them too, and just help them get settled into their new home. And again, these are all pre-built, ready to go, but you can customize them as much as you want. And then schedule them to send whatever fits best for you and your business flow, whether you want to reach out to them every couple of weeks or months, depending on what you think would be best. And again, all of these, once they're deployed to your account, will automatically be updated with all of your logos, colors, fonts, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so all of these articles that you're seeing in here are what I mentioned, that real estate content feature, which I would love to show you in a minute, kind of what this looks like once you actually click on the article, because I think a lot of folks are find that pretty cool. Basically, what we do is we make ourselves a ghostwriter for you, and our name isn't really on it anywhere, but your name is, and your contact info. The other upside to that is, you know, if you're including articles from local sources, that's always great to get local stuff, but oftentimes for real estate content, you might end up sending them to an article that might have an advertisement for a different broker, or salesperson. And of course, you don't want to direct your leads to other real estate professionals. So by using our real estate content, you eliminate that possibility of sending your leads the wrong way. So Alina, do you want to show any more? Should I hop in and show that real estate content?
Yeah, do you have one pulled up?
Content? I can very quickly. If my page will load, there we go. Okay, so like I said, we'll add a smart feed panel in here. And now you could be using other RSS feeds, but ours, real estate content, if you have it, it'll show up down here in the bottom right. And when I go in here, you can sort actually by category. So for example, if you wanted to look specifically for those investor articles, I can go to the investing category. And then here's my whole library of options to choose from. I select it. And then as per usual, it'll populate into my email automatically, but I want to show you specifically here, when we go to read the article, it's going to be your logo at the top. So it's branded to you. And then that image will still be there, the entire article below. And then your information, contact info, is going to be over here on the right. So it kind of makes it look like this is your own blog, which is really kind of cool. But you didn't have to actually commit all the time it takes to write all of these. All right. Let me just keep an eye on the
Liz, can you show again exactly how you pull up that real estate info?
Yes. Real estate content?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep all these windows open. Yes. All right. So when you're in the email editor, in the very bottom of your right side panel, the editor panel, is the smart feed section. And I drug in a feature article. But you could also use either a grid or a list if you wanted to add multiples, right? And then as far as like picking the articles, they all function the same, whether it's the grid, list, or the feature. They all have a little orange icon in the bottom right-hand corner. And that orange icon, when you click on it, takes you to this page. And then for many of you, you likely will have some favorites over here on the right, whether it's your own brokerage blog, or maybe you have some local blogs favorited over here. So if you click on any of these, they will pull up. And then if you have real estate content at the moment, then it would be down here at the bottom. If you do not have real estate content down here, it is currently an add-on, but like I said, it's going to be included in Nurture. So if you're changing over in the near future, that will be included down below as well. The third option that I guess is worth mentioning as well is you can copy and paste a link in here up in the top right. And as long as it is RSS enabled, the blogs on that website are going to pop up in the center here. So you can also choose from what's already on the right side, but also can copy and paste your link in up top. And then they function just like all the rest do, where once you click on it, it will autofill into your email. Let's see. Oh, I had a question about accessing the market reports as they are today, at least, and I can cover that while I'm in here as well. So also on the right side panel, about halfway down is the Insights section. So the Insights section is where the market reports live. And we have two kind of layout options. So the first is the chart and the second is statistic. And this is kind of the template that they follow. And just like our panels down below where we had an icon in the bottom right-hand corner, for these, we also have an icon in the bottom right-hand corner. So if I click on that, I can choose what metric I want included in my graph. And maybe I want to demonstrate the listing volume, maybe. So then I pick the area in which I want to show this. So maybe I want to show Camden. And then you can also choose a date range. So you could do over the past 6 months, over the past year, over the past quarter if you wanted. Those are kind of your options. And then depending on what graph you're doing, a line or bar graph might make more sense. I'll go ahead and keep it on line. Once I've selected those few options, you'll see that my graph automatically populates with my data there. Then for the statistics panel, operates very similarly as what we just looked at. In the bottom right-hand corner of each, there is a icon. And when I click on that, I can choose what I want represented and the area of which I'm looking at. So maybe I'll show Camden again. And my list versus sold is 106%. And then maybe I want new listings. And then I'll just pick a few more to show you what we've got in here. But as you can see, I can create a market report in about a minute if I want to. Maybe I'll do medium. And there we have it. So that is how you can add market reports. Again, right now, market reports, some of you may not have them. And so if you don't see that over in the right side panel, that is probably because you don't have them included right now. But moving forward, as we move towards this all-inclusive model, you likely will start to see those pop up. All right. If you are curious about what product tier you currently have, I can tell you a few tips to easily know off the bat, at least for one of them. If you log into ActivePipe and your dashboard, if you come to the homepage, your dashboard, if it looks like this with all these pretty colors and all of these little intent numbers over here, you are currently on Enterprise. And that's because Enterprise is the only tier level that has this. So that one's really easy to tell. Between auto and send, the quick way for you to be able to know is if you were to go to send an email, those of you who have auto will be able to see this little box that says repeat this schedule. Those of you who are on send, you will not even have the option to repeat this schedule. So those are the quick ways. Of course, you could always reach out to our support team as well if you wanted to, or I'm sure you likely have an in-house contact in your own brokerage who is kind of the representative with the ActivePipe team. And they could probably tell you as well. So those are your kind of 3 different options. You can probably figure it out by looking at your dashboard, and when you go to send, reach out to support, or your in-house contact could probably help you out too. That's actually a good plug to remind everyone how you can reach out to our support team. There's always a help button in the bottom left or right-hand corner. Typically that's on the right. In the editor, it's on the left. And you can chat with our support team 24 hours, 5 days a week. Or you can also email them at support@activepipe.com. And then I referenced earlier about our knowledge base or help center. And that link is support.activepipe.com. I would highly, highly recommend bookmarking this. I'll pop it in the chat for you all. And then if you're curious, what I was referencing is if you run into our Australian market reports, you'll see what's to come in here. So this is still in development. We don't have a hard date on it yet, but we are in the midst of developing this for our US customers as well. All right, any other questions I can help out with? Okay. All right. I think I've got what was in the chat already. So I think with that, we will wrap it up. But thank you everyone for joining. And I am excited to get this content library out to the world and to see you all make use of these drip campaigns. So with that, have a great rest of your day and take care.